What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm here to go over some free agents the Broncos could look to sign after Ja'Wuan James opting out of the 2020 NFL season. So I just want to go over the list. I have my list that the Broncos, some guys that they could look at to sign, some veterans. The first guy on my list, this is no order, and I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody, but a guy on the list I wrote down was Jordan Mills. He's a 29-year-old free agent. Um, he had a 2-year starter for the Bears and a 4-year starter for the Bills. But an injury limited him in 3 games with the Cardinals last season. In 2018, he had a full season. Mills was penalized 7 times and allowed 6 sacks. So I mean, that's the greatest. He was penalized 7 times, allowed 6 sacks. Not the greatest, but he's still a free agent. So let's see who's next. The second guy I wrote down was Cordy Glenn. He's a 30-year-old free agent. Glenn was a 5-year starter in Buffalo and started 13 games with the Bengals in 2018. Concussion limited Glenn to 6 games last season. In those contacts, he allowed no penalties, and just 3 sacks. So that's pretty good for Cordy Glenn. He's a guy that's on my list. I think the Broncos could sign him too. All these guys on the list are really reasonable what the Broncos look at after Ja'Wuan James opting out. Another guy, a former Bronco right tackle, Jared Veldheer. We had him back in 2018, I believe. He went to the Packers. He's a familiar Bronco fan. Started 12 games with the Broncos in 2018. The Packers talked him out of retirement last season, and he played in Green Bay the final 2 games this year. And he's still young and a good veteran. Veldheer is 33 years old, so he's up there in age, but he's a veteran. So why not bring him in for like a 1-year deal? I gotta look at. Let's see who else is on the list. Chris Clark is available. He was a Bronco and began his career, started 14 games in 2013 for the Broncos. Then he was spending time with the Texans and Panthers. He allowed 2 sacks in those contacts, penalized 4 times. Let's go look at Veldheer. All right, there he is. I'm just looking at some free agents on the board. Another guy that could be I don't know about this. This is the last choice I'd pick. Penn, 37-year-old free agent. He's old as hell. I don't know if we could bring a 37-year-old right tackle in, dude. He's old. He's older than dog shit. So I don't know about that, but he's up there in age. He was a 7-year starter for the Buccaneers and a 4-year starter for the Raiders last season. He started 15 games for the Redskins. In 2019, he was penalized 8 times and 4 sacks. He's not the greatest year for him. He penalized 8 times and allowed 4 sacks. So not the greatest showing for Penn. Let's look at anybody else. Oh, Demar Dotson. Demar Dotson's still available. He's a 34-year-old right tackle. He spent 10 seasons in his career for Tampa Bay, starting 106 out of 100. So he played most of his starter and 15 starts last season. He played 15 games last season. Dotson was penalized 10 times, allowed 3.5 sacks. The problem with Demar Dotson is the penalties. We don't want another Garrett Bowles here in Denver getting penalized 10 times, but he did only allow 3.5 sacks last year. So yeah, this kind of video that I'm going over some free agents, and I'm gonna do a separate video. So maybe some trades the Broncos are gonna do for right tackle. There's some guys out there on my list that we can go out and trade for. But in this video, it's just the free agents that are out on the market. But if I had to choose, I'd go after Demar Dotson, Cordy Glenn, or maybe Jordan Mills, maybe Jared Veldheer. I'm not a big fan of Penn at all. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video in a minute. So I just want to go over some guys. If I had to choose, I'd go after a guy like Demar Dotson. Why not? He's still a very good veteran. Penn, I'm not a fan of Penn. He's almost 38 years old. I'm just not a big fan of him. He's old. So I'd pass on Donald Penn at all. I'd pass on Donald Penn. But guys like Chris Clark, maybe. I'm not. Nah, I don't know about Chris Clark. He's 35 years old, so. Um, let's see. Jared Veldheer, I mean, he's on my list. Former Broncos, so maybe the Broncos bring him back for like a 1 year deal. Cordy Glenn, like I said, Cordy Glenn's like we're up there. Overall like, he had like one of the best years last year. No penalties and just allowed 3 sacks. So they ain't that bad for Cordy Glenn. I mean, guys like Jordan Mills, they ain't bad for Jordan Mills. I think Jordan Mills is the youngest. He's 29 years old. So maybe they go after the younger route, but who knows? Whoever they sign, I guarantee it, they'll sign one of these guys. But they'll either be to the 1 or 2 year deals because, I mean, they might go after a tackle next year in the draft or free agency. So it could all change, in my opinion, for the Broncos. But yeah, guys, make sure you give the video a like, comment, and subscribe in the video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What free agent would you guys want the Broncos to sign? I've went off with some guys in this video, so I'm curious what you guys think. So leave your comments down below in the comment section below. I've listed like guys like Jordan Mills, Cordy Glenn, Jared Veldheer, Donald Penn, and Demar Dotson. So I list some guys there for you guys. So maybe the Broncos go after a free agent soon because after the Jawan James opting out for the 2020 NFL season, we're kind of a bigger hole at right tackle. I mean, tackle was already a weakness, and it got even weaker. And I don't know if they're gonna have Elijah Wilkinson start at right tackle. I don't think I trust him, and I heard that they could have Dalton Risner at right tackle. I just think the Broncos will bring in a veteran guy in the free agency, just to compete for that right tackle job. For maybe it's Elijah Wilkinson, who knows? But yeah, I can see the Broncos bringing in a guy like a veteran, like a 1 or 2 year deal to compete with the right tackle position. So I think the Broncos could do this. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you give the video a like, comment, and subscribe for more Broncos NFL content, NBA, and NHL, all sports content you guys can think of, guys. So peace out. Go Broncos. Have a good night, guys. And leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Which free agents you think the Broncos should sign, guys? Alright, guys. Peace out. Go Broncos, guys. See you later.